Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cowboy Spit, the podcast about your Dallas Cowboys. I'm your host, Cowboy C3, and welcome to the episode where we will discuss the game tomorrow between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. So, everyone, sit back, relax, and buckle up because it's going to be a great show. Thank you.
Here we go! Yeah, here we go! Wait, take Cowboys.
Throws back of the end zone. There's CeeDee Lamb.
What's up, everybody? Cowboy C3. Big game tomorrow, Dallas versus Carolina. Carolina coming off a win against New Orleans. They're kind of hot right now. And Rico Dowdle rushed for 206 yards. And Rico's been talking quite a bit. He came and doubled down on his comment that the Cowboys need to buckle up, tighten your chin straps up, because it's going to be a long ride dealing with him, with his physical play. So let's take a look at it. Dallas versus Carolina tomorrow at noon, 1 o'clock Eastern Time, Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. The spread favorite is Dallas by 3. Total points is 49 points total. Your stat leaders are Dak Prescott with 1,356 yards. Bryce Young with 951 passing. Javonte Williams has 441 yards rushing. Rico has 289, but Rico got 206 in one game. Rico taking over for Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard's still kind of nursing a knee injury. He won't be available for tomorrow. We'll get into that in a minute. George Pickens, leading receiver, 357 yards. Tatora McMillan has 351 yards. Dak Prescott has 11 total touchdowns. Bryce Young has 9. Kenneth Murray is your leading tackler for the Cowboys with 35 tackles. Christian Robinson, leading tackle for Carolina with 37 tackles. James Houston has 4 sacks, and the Ashawn Robinson has a sack for Carolina. They don't get to the quarterback very much, but they do play solid defense. They're the 12th ranked defense in the NFL right now with 1,022 yards passing yards that they've given up this season, 592. The Cowboys have the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL out of 32 teams in the NFL, and they've given up 1,423 yards passing and 536 yards rushing. Cowboys have the first ranked offense in the NFL, passing for 1,361 yards and rushing for 672. And the Cowboy defense, and the Carolina offense is 21st in the NFL, 935 yards passing. They haven't thrown for very many yards, but they have rushed for 640 yards, so they're doing pretty good again on the ground. Injury report came out that Miles Sanders with this knee/ankle injury will be out for the remainder of the season, so they placed him on injury reserve. Going to the Cowboy injury report, and it's a long one. Tyler Booker will be out with the ankle injury. CeeDee Lamb will still be out one more week. Both are practicing. Both it seems to be going pretty good. Look for CeeDee Lamb to come back before Tyler Booker does, but we'll see. CeeDee Lamb said if he could play this week if it was an emergency, but obviously it's not. So he'll probably sit out a week, this week, maybe another one, and see where that goes. Booker is on IR. I think he's got to be on IR. I think he's on IR for one more week, and then he'll be eligible to come back. But we'll see how his high ankle sprain is going. Jack Sanborn still in concussion protocol. Miles Sanders with the knee and ankle. He tried to practice on Wednesday, did not go well Thursday and Friday, and then today they said that he'll be out for the remainder of the season. Kevontae Turpin with the foot did not practice. He'll be out. Deron Bland is questionable. Kalen Carson is also questionable. Deron Bland with the shoulder, he was just limited in practice all week. I do believe that he is scheduled to play tomorrow. Kalen Carson still coming off the knee injury. full participant in practice. All signs are pointing that it did go pretty good. They still have him listed as questionable for the game. Adonijah Cornelius and Trayvon Diggs both were limited in practice. Marshawn Nealon was also limited in practice. He's questionable. Mingo had a full participation in practice on Wednesday. Didn't practice Thursday and Friday. He's still questionable for the game. And Tyler Smith is limited in practice all week. And he's questionable. Everybody else seems like they're going to play. So including Tyler Guyton. So Tyler Guyton will be back as your left tackle. Nate the Great did a good job at left tackle. I wouldn't be surprised if you probably see them do a little rotation just to make sure Tyler Guyton is ready. And then Tyler will take over, eventually. Carolina's injury report is a little bit, trimmed down, but A. Caleb Evans, the starting corner, he'll be out. Chuba Hubbard with the calf is out. Taylor Morton, Tuck Wharton, and Jalen Crocker. Jalen Crocker's questionable, so the rest of them are out. And then, they got a bunch of questionable people, but they did have some full participants in practice. If you're a full participant in practice, you're probably going to play, including Jatavian Sanders, tight end from Denton Ryan High School right here in Dallas. Probably looking forward to playing his favorite team growing up, Dallas Cowboys. He made that pretty clear that Cowboys were his squad, and look forward to playing against them. He was a full participant Wednesday, limited Thursday, full participant on Friday, and he looks like he's going to play. That being said, the Carolina Panthers roster sort of is going to look like this tomorrow. Bryce Young will be your starting quarterback. Rico Dowdle will be your running back. Torrey McMillan, Xavier Legette, and Hunter Renfrow will be your wide receivers. And Jatavian Sanders looks like he'll be the tight end for tomorrow. If not, it'll be Tommy Tremble. And then the rest of the lineup looks the way it does. Haven't had much success on offense. Bryce Young still seems to struggle at times, but the running game has opened up, throws for him, especially off play action, because Rico came in last week and really did a number on New Orleans. He did a good job, 206 yards rushing, 230 total yards. The offense is starting to take shape. Looks like they want to be a run-first offense, but they also want to get Bryce Young loose, to these big receivers that they have. And the Cowboys, if they can stop the run, and we'll get into keys to victory in a second, but if they can stop the run, they have a pretty good chance of this being a dominant win, kind of like the Jets game should have been. And we'll talk about that in a second too, because there were some things that I noticed in that Jets game. Cowboys lineup looks pretty familiar. Dak Prescott, Javonte Williams, CeeDee Lamb will still be out, so George Pickens and Ryan Flanoy and Jalen Tolbert will take up the wide receiver spots. Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker will be your tight ends, and Tyler Guyton will be back in the lineup, scheduled to start tomorrow. You see Tyler Smith is questionable. Don't know if he's going to play. Last game they were very serviceable without him. If I can sit him one more weekend, if I need him, he's on the sideline, he's dressed and ready to go. But if I can sit him out this game and just get him completely healthy before I put him in against Washington, then yeah, I would do that. Sanborn will be out. Looks like Kenneth Murray will move to the middle linebacker, and Shamar James will get more playing time, which is a good thing because Shamar James has been playing really good football. And the Cowboys defense played very, very, very good for 3 quarters last week. Went back into that zone, and there was a particular play that I paid a lot of attention to. It was a 3rd and 7. Justin Fields dropped back the pass, and I looked up, and Trayvon Diggs was 10 yards off the receiver and just gave up a free first down. They have to stay out of that zone. They're not very good in it. And for the first 3 quarters, they mostly stayed out of it. And I believe that that's why the pass rush got home. Quarterback is sitting back there, and I see DBs 10 yards off my receivers. There's no way in hell I'm going to stand back there in the pocket and just wait for somebody to get open, and they're open right at the snap of the ball. I'm going to get rid of it. And that kind of negates your pass rush. One thing that you want to do tomorrow is you want to slow down the run, and then you want to pin your ears back and get after Bryce Young, because Bryce Young definitely will start to fumble around if he starts to get nervous. So you have an opportunity, and I think that they should take advantage of it. And that kind of leads into the Cowboy keys to victory. Offensive keys to get Javonte going early again and get him going often. Be able to run the ball first through the fourth quarter. Don't want to get in situations where you become a pass-happy offense. They did that against Chicago. Obviously, it didn't work out very well for them. You have to be in situations where you can run the ball from the beginning of the game all the way down to the end. And that means you got to keep this, you got to either build a lead or you got to keep the score close where I can mix the run and the pass. And that's how the Cowboy offense is successful. And that's how Dak will continue to cook. Establish dominance up front. And that's how you do that. You establish your dominance up front, just like you did in the Jets game against a good defense. This team doesn't have the pass rush that the Jets have, but they're a pretty solid defense all around. You establish your dominance up front with your big nasties early and often. You get that done quick. You establish dominance right up front and let them know that you're not there to get pushed around. You keep that clean so he can continue to cook. As long as you can run past Mix, you'll be just fine on offense. For defense, you need to buckle Rico's ass up. He should have never made that comment. It's time to buckle up, and my physical play will dominate the football game. Oh, these guys, I was there for 5 years. They know what I bring to the table. You need to make him eat them words, and you need to make him eat them words fast. You need to establish your dominance. That's how you win this football game, is you just establish dominance early. What's going on? I appreciate you from Birmingham, Alabama, Uncle Charles. I appreciate you very much. Thank you. Keep that dominance up front. Rico, he runs hard, and it kind of takes him a little while to get his momentum going. But once he gets going, he can be a load. He can be. So you need to hit him in the mouth. You need to hit him quick. Make Bryce Young beat you. Don't let Rico run the ball down the field for a whole bunch of yards and have it to where they can run past Mix on you. And then all of a sudden you start dropping back into this cover 3, and then it starts to get ugly on you again. Stay in your man defense. Make it a nasty football game. Make it 2-3 yards in a cloud of dust, and you can beat Carolina. And this should be pretty simple to beat them, to be honest. And then play man coverage more than you play zone. Until they come out of that stupid ass zone defense, I will have this on keys to victory from now until they stop. Your DBs have even said in the media that they feel more comfortable playing man, and with the zone, you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And I just don't think they're there yet. And that's the reason that the Jets scored them points in what Cowboy fans like when Dak gets a bunch of yards at the end of the game. They like to call it garbage time. That's why they scored a bunch of points in garbage time and made the game semi-close. And then they scored another touchdown, and Jerry ended up giving everybody the finger. It's because you backed off of your coverage. You need to be on these wide receivers. These are some big, strong, physical wide receivers. Both of them are. Xavier Legette and Tatori McMillan are some big cats. And they like to get downfield, and they like to get in jump ball situations. You need to prevent that from happening. Jam them at the line of scrimmage, stay right in their hip pocket, and let these safeties come over the top and knock the ball loose from these receivers. That's how the Cowboys, that's how they play their best defense. If you start backing up 8 to 10 yards off these dudes and you put these corners, and we all know Diggs don't tackle very well and Bland got a hurt shoulder. If you put these dudes in situations where they got to tackle these big physical receivers one-on-one, you're going to see some guys get some good yak after they catch the ball. That's not what you want in this type of football game. You want to put your dominance on Carolina early and get them out the way. Got bigger fish to fry in a couple of weeks. So with that being said, I think Dallas wins this game tomorrow 34-14. I think they established their dominance early, especially with the run game. 3-4 yards of carry, play action passes, get the ball down the field. Ryan Flanoy, hopefully he keeps up his surgence. We haven't really seen what Ryan Flanoy could do, but with CeeDee Lamb being out and all the coverage going over to George Pickens, is letting another receiver take over. Some people thought it may have been Jalen Tolbert that kind of took that role, but Ryan Flanoy seems like he's taking that role and run with it. And it's a fantastic thing. And, he's kind of starting to earn his spot as that number 3 receiver. Maybe Mingo comes into the game tomorrow against his old team and get some opportunities to play. But right now I go with the hot hand. I let Flanoy be my second or my slot receiver and let him run around and do the things that he's been doing well for the last week or two. Good opportunity tomorrow to build some more momentum after this Carolina game tomorrow. You know, you got 2 tough games coming up. You got Washington coming into town, and then you got Denver. And Denver just beat the hell out of the Eagles. But then again, San Francisco not San Francisco, the New York Giants just beat the hell out of them Thursday night. Eagles got some internal issues going on, and they don't get that fixed. It's going to be a long season for them. But which I don't have a problem with. It can be a long season for them all year. I don't care. But you know, you have an opportunity, like I said, to gain some momentum tomorrow. Come in, establish your dominance early, and just hold it throughout the game. Be able to run the football with Javonte and Jaden Blue. Hopefully, Jaden Blue gets a couple more carries tomorrow since Miles Sanders will be out. And we'll see what he can do. He looked, he showed some flashes that he can be kind of electric on one particular run. It's like a 6 or 7 yard run, but he hit the hole quick, and safety made a good tackle on him. And he also did it on a punt return, I believe, where he showed that he can be very explosive. Hopefully he can catch some passes out of the backfield tomorrow, and we can just see what Jaden Blue can do. I probably, the more and more I think about it with him, I think it's maybe kind of a maturity thing going on with him and the coaching staff. But hopefully, with him getting some playing time and him taking on some extra responsibility, he steps up to the challenge and he can do that successfully. But we'll see. That's really what I got for you tonight. Had a long day today. Went out to the races with my brother and my family, and we had a great time. And man, I'm tired, bro. It is October in Dallas, and it's 92 degrees outside. This shit is crazy, but it is what it is. Get blessed with a little more heat for a little bit, and then it'll cool off. And then next thing you know, it'll be cold as hell, and then I'll be wishing it was summertime again. So, that's just Texas weather for you. But anyway, y'all, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. I know it's a quick one tonight. I just needed to get this one in because tomorrow we'll do the blitz, and then right after the game, win, lose, or draw, we'll go live. We'll open up the phone lines tomorrow and let you guys call in and talk about this Cowboy victory. I'm calling in now. Cowboys gonna win. So, and they'll buckle Rico's ass up just because he talked too much. But I sincerely hope they take it as a challenge and they come out and they play hard. I sincerely do, and I think that they will, just by the comments that were being said all week from the players. Like you could tell that they were like, okay, all right, and like you woke up a beast, and I hope they did. I really hope they did. Anyway, all right, y'all, that's my show, Cowboy C3. No, it's a quick one, but tune in to me tomorrow for the post game show. And we'll party a little bit and celebrate this Cowboy victory. All right, y'all. Cowboy C3, man. I'm out. Peace.